Hello, this is Susan Poss. I'm working in section 9.6, and we're going to begin this section by doing a little bit of reviewing of some vocabulary words. And you can see that I have them here on screen. The first one is the word relation, which means a set of ordered pairs. A set of ordered pairs. And in this set of ordered pairs, we're just working with real numbers. In the next chapter, well, actually in the next section, you're going to start working in the set of complex or imaginary numbers in section 9.7, but for now, we're still in the set of real numbers. All right, so the second word is the word domain. It's identified with a capital D, and it is the set of all the first values, first coordinates in a relation. So if a relation is a set of ordered pairs, then there's a first one and a second one. There's some order to it. So the x values are generally the ones that we consider the first value, the first coordinate. And then in the range, which is denoted with a capital R, we're looking for the second coordinates in the relation, and generally we associate those going with the letter Y. So x and y, first and second, domain and range. All right, so within a relation, I think of that as the big umbrella word. Within a relation, there is a more refined definition, a smaller group of things called functions. And these are relations still, so they are a set of ordered pairs. But this time, those ordered pairs meet a further requirement. Each domain element has assigned to it exactly one range element. So for each first coordinate, there is assigned one and only one second coordinate. So one way that you can determine whether or not a relation is a function is by performing something called the vertical line test on the graph. So you would need to see the graph of the relation, and then from looking at that graph you can decide if it is in fact a function. So the way the vertical line test works, let's have a picture here. So there's a grid, and let's do the picture of a parabola. You probably remember that term. And now I'm going to decide if this parabola is just a relation or does it fit the finer definition of a function. So in my mind, I'm imagining a series of vertical lines. And you want to think of every possible vertical line that you can think of here and see if there is a vertical line that you could draw that would touch this graph, this purple parabola, more than once. As long as it touches only once, as long as the vertical line touches only once, then this identifies something that is a function, because to each x, only one y is assigned. So let's take a look at something that does not pass the vertical line test and is not a function. Let's take a look at maybe, let me change the color again. Let's do the purple, and let's do something that maybe does like that some sort of way. And again, we're trying to decide if this relation is in fact a function. So I'm imagining these vertical lines out here, and so far out here this is looking pretty good. These vertical lines are just crossing the purple graph once. But right here we have a problem, because this vertical line crosses the graph, the purple graph, 3 times. So this is an example of something that is not a function. So you'll be asked on some of these exercises to decide if something is or is not a function. So what you'll have to do is get the graph take a look at the graph. If it's, let's say it's the graph of a circle, that does not pass muster because right here I'm okay when I put in a vertical line. That just touches once. But anywhere else in here you can see that the vertical lines that I can imagine here are going to touch more than once. So for each x value, first coordinate, there's more than one y. So you can see here to this x value, I can go up and there's a y value assigned above it, can come down and there's a different y value assigned below it.